It's Week 8 of the NFL, and the focus is on Patrick Queen, who really led his defense last week with a 10-tackle game. It's the Ravens and the Dolphins on Monday night.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Tonight, we reach the unofficial midway point of the season with a good Monday night battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Miami Dolphins. Welcome to the broadcast booth, everybody, alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and we've got an interesting matchup here featuring two of the league's best in what they do. We have one of the best rushing attacks in the NFL going up against a team who's made their money defensively by shutting things down through the air, CD.
Yeah, and Brandon, I want to see how well-rounded each team is because we know what they're a league leader in, but how well can you do the other things that you need to do on that side of the ball? To me, this is a chance for the lesser heralded guys this season to come through and help earn a victory.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13. The yardage numbers just keep piling up for his career. He's now topping, Charles, the 11,000-yard mark.
And just think about that. For most NFL running backs in their career, it feels like if they get to 1,000 yards, they've had a nice little run. He's over 11,000 yards, probably beyond his wildest dreams.
Javon Holland coming up to make the stop. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. Now Jackson. Looking for Pryor long. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. But for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, you know, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
And that throw, pretty impressive, and even 61 yards through the air. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So here are the Dolphins now getting set for their initial possession. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. Now a play fake here on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Gilbert. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Off the play fake. Watkins. He's got a man, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Another big play here as they strike for 31.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. The Dolphins at 500 and 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
That one a first down pickup of 8. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
In motion goes the tight end. This one complete to Patton. And a broken tackle could not free him. Taken down right at the 10-yard line. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Watkins. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The kick by Bass is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group. And sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. So naturally they will decline it. They got the first down anyway on the play.
Who needs a penalty when you picked up the first down through hard work and effort anyway? First down.
They run with Jackson out of the gun. And yet again. And some room to roam now. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. They run on first down with Jackson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they're looking at a second down and 9 to go. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On third down, Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And in for the Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Fielded right around the 8. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film, just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
That last throw moves him past 27,989 yards for his career, so that means he moves ahead of the blonde bomber, Terry Bradshaw, on the all-time list.
And boy, he loved to throw it downfield, didn't he? That's why he was the blonde bomber. Remember, he'd throw it downfield to John Stallworth and Lynn Swann. It was gorgeous. Big throws, big plays. Terry Bradshaw.
Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a second down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have cut it back within a score. Well, it was second and goal. You're in there close. That's the fullback's comfort zone.
Not only is it his comfort zone, it's an expectation. That's what he's supposed to do. Turn it, hand it to him. Big guys fire out. Find your way into the end zone.
Extra point by Bass. Up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. J.K. Dobbins leading the way as the offense returns to the field. He's been effective so far over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Jackson looking to throw on third. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be fourth and short.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Off play action. Watkins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat, brought the heat there, and it worked out. And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there was a football, like on a spring, and each guy that walks in that plays has to act like he's knocking the ball free. They want those instincts created. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him. No problem there on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. This one taken just inside the 10. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. This offense hoping to do better than last drive. Remember, they had the fumble that set up the short field, and then they gave up the touchdown CD. And so many people talk about how you have to have a short memory after you make a mistake in the NFL. I don't totally subscribe to that, partner. I think that you have to remember what you did and do it again. Get out there and execute the next time out. Avoid those errors and get some momentum built back up for your offense. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. And the catch made, it's Patton. And he's got a first down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. Looking to throw. Watkins. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Agave Owe. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back. And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of weeks? And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts.
as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Add this game to the last one, and they move the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On first and 10, Watkins throwing middle, and it's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Looking to throw on second down. Watkins, touchdown! A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everybody in the league talks about finishing, don't they? That about when it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did. They didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Bass on for the extra point. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins. So far, been so good this season. Well on his way, as you see, to a 1,000-yard campaign. Is he almost having the type of year to where you say, let's let him get his and we'll control everything else?
That's one way to go about it. Personally, I go about it differently. I'm taking on the bullet. I've got to, because he gives his team an identity.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Jamar Chase, well over 100 yards receiving, and a touchdown catch as well. From there, let's head west to see what's going on with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. And they were winners in that one over the visiting LA Chargers. The the Raiders are hanging in there in the playoff race as they jump above 500 now to 4-3 on the year. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City. See what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Minnesota Vikings. The Vikes still very much in the playoff picture here at the halfway point as they up their record to 5-3 with the win. Next, they look at the next-gen stats for the Ravens in that first half, and they've had some success on the ground. And with the lead going into the second half, they'll no doubt be looking to keep it going. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they did even less on the ground as they've struggled to get the run game going. With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first two quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here.
Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
On second down, there's the option going left.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Throwing on first down. Watkins. He finds his man complete. That's Gilbert. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice...
John Harbaugh never shy about bringing out the red challenge flag, and he'll do so here. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play.
So a good call by John Harbaugh and tossing out that red flag.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He finds his man complete. That's Gilbert. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
In motion, the tight end.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Off the play fake. Watkins. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
They'll come out in the pistol. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
70 Ranger. Trap 50, trap 50. Mustang 19. Check it. Ready.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle from 3 yards out. And the Dolphins go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Tyler Bass now for the point after. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. That time a 9-play drive. And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side?
Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year.
And the Ravens have retaken a 3rd-quarter lead.
And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. 1-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. He threw the touchdown pass on that last drive, his 20th on the year. And he'll start again here, 1st down.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Throwing to start the drive. Watkins. And his throw is incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Back to throw. Watkins. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Justin Madubuike working his way to the quarterback that time.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Looking to throw. Watkins.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as...
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This will get the lead up to 7. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this will stay a 4-point game. Well, this was still going to be a 1-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the 4th.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. All again on 2nd down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. On the move past the 40. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Dolphins are going to get a fresh set of downs.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe the Dolphin got going a little early. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
A full start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. Off play action. Watkins. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. In motion left goes a tight end. Straight ahead is home. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The slot man in motion right. Ball again on 2nd down. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Justin Madubuike able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack as a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush.
Touchdown! Jalen Waddle with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Dolphins have taken a 4th quarter lead.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even insult the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. The extra point by Bass, up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ravens offense getting set and ready for this next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter.
Jackson on first down. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw is Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
It was leauge who got in to drop him.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed it. Off the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a ball.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Back to throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ford. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 79 yards. And the Ravens answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From the 6. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
So the Dolphins now down by 4, and time a huge factor. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game. But a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that can finish things off for them.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on 3rd. He'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. So that'll leave them with one last gasp, Charles. They need their defense. They only have the one timeout, and they've got to hold them to a field goal.
And if you have the ball on offense now, all you're talking about is ball security, taking care of it, making sure your runners don't go out of bounds to stop the clock and give them a chance to regroup. You want to make sure you stay in bounds, run as much time as possible, make them burn that last timeout, and hopefully hold on to the ball and ice the game.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. It's a gain of 4, and that should just about seal the deal. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Encroachment, defense.
Got a little antsy there from his Mike linebacker position.
Partner, there's times you think you've timed up the quarterback's cadence. You think you've got a read on it. He might have thought it on that play. He was wrong.
Encroachment, defense.
He's a little too aggressive there from his Mike linebacker spot.
Sometimes you jump into gaps trying to draw them off sides. This time he tricked himself.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all.